getting back to a Super Regional and carrying the show on the road?
Very excited to do it. You know, all our hard work's paying off, and we've got some experience that guys have been there before, and so we're just excited to get back and play for a chance to go back to Omaha.
Kason, it's a long road trip. How are you guys going to handle the time change?
You know, I think it's good we're getting there a day early, obviously, just to get used to everything. Coach Thompson's been telling us to go to bed a little bit later than usual this week to try to get used to what we're going to be dealing with out there, so I think we'll handle it just fine.
And then from there, what have you noticed about their starting pitching, particularly Jerky?
I haven't watched him a bunch. I know he's pretty good. He's got some good numbers, and he's going to compete. That's what I've heard. Talked to a couple people who have faced him, said that he's got good stuff, but I think we've faced a lot of good pitchers this year, and we're prepared to give it our best.
Looking forward to representing the SEC out there on the West Coast?
Absolutely. It's always fun to go out and play teams that are not in the SEC, just to represent the best conference, in my opinion, and the country, and so we're excited to be able to do that.
As you talked about preparation, you guys have played on the road, you played some really tough environments. How much has that prepared you guys to take on a place like this?
You know, there's nothing like playing, like we were talking about the SEC, that has the best atmospheres, and so that's going to prepare us obviously to go out there, and they're going to have a good crowd and be loud, but we've been there before, and so we're prepared.
Talk about the team chemistry and how important that is to what you guys have done.
We're just unified. The locker room's a great place to be for everybody. Everybody gets along. You know, we've been through a lot this year that's brought us closer together, and this team's more unified than any team I've ever been a part of. So that's a huge thing going into playing on the road, you know, when you only got each other, and it's a big deal.
Coach has talked a lot about proving it. How much is that kind of motivating you guys going into the Super Regional?
It's meant everything, just because, you know, kind of we got picked last at the beginning of the year, and so prove it. It's just kind of been our identity all year. We played with a little bit of a chip on our shoulder, and so we got to prove it again this weekend, and then if we prove it then we got to prove it in Omaha again. So.
You guys proved that you obviously have the offensive power, but also on the field, one single error in the past 3 games. Just the momentum on both sides of the ball. What's it like to be part of this kind of swing right now?
You know, it's fun playing, you know, up the middle with this team, with Brody and Cole Foster, and sometimes, you know, Garrett Farquhar up the middle. That they make hard plays look easy, and Nate's done an unbelievable job catching. Obviously, Rambo and Sonny, and I mean, everyone was just locked in defensively, and so when you got pitchers who are filling up the strike zone and giving us a chance to make plays, it just makes it fun to play behind.
Kason, is there any 51 runs? I mean, that had to feel incredible, but how do you guys make sure to maintain that? And do you guys feel like you have more runs in you left in this tournament?
You know, I think what Gabe talks about is just being ourselves. That's what happened this weekend, is we were just ourselves, and we didn't try to do too much. And 51 runs came out of just, you know, being who we are, and so that's what we're going to do at Oregon State. Just be ourselves, be our identity, and yeah, I think we got a few more runs in us, hopefully.
Kason, what do you remember about being recruited by Coach Thompson and by the staff?
You know, God, that was a long time ago. Obviously, Coach Thompson was just, the first thing that popped out was just how high character of a guy he was, and how he wanted the best for me no matter where I chose to go. Obviously, I always wanted to come to Auburn, and he was supportive of me in my decision. And it was a no-brainer after meeting the staff and the incredible men that they are, that I wanted to play here. So,
were there any favorite sort of memories or things that sort of made that high character stand out, I guess?
You know, I think how, I mean, and y'all have talked to him, just how genuine he is, and you can hear it in his voice when he talks, and you know that he's not trying to pull anything past you or anything. He's just a very genuine person. So that I kind of just remember being like, this guy's for real, you know, kind of one of those things.
Yeah. Is there anything that you can point to in terms of how this coaching staff develops guys over the course of time? Because, you know, you've been through it all. Is there anything that you can sort of attribute to, you know, this has helped me develop the most on the staff?
I'd say what they do a great job is the mental aspect of things. You know, everyone here is talented. Everyone here has the ability to play at a high level of baseball, but what makes a difference is between your ears, and they do a great job of developing the mental side of things and making sure we're always focused and locked in and ready to go.
Kason, is there any ball hitting the gaps that you think you can't run down?
Yeah, there's a few, I'm sure. I just, like I said, I try to run everything down. Sometimes I don't get to them, sometimes I do, but I'm sure there's a few balls I can't get to.
But I'm sure the pitchers mentioned how important it is, your defense, and especially at the middle, as you mentioned, to this team's success.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
The defense up the middle has been so important to this team's success. Do you
Yes,
think?
sir. Well, like I said, Brody and Foster do a great job, and I try to run everything I can down. And our pitchers, they've done an unbelievable job. I can't speak highly enough of them, and so it's been great.
Coach talked about how there's an interaction at Lincoln Park now. This is how Auburn fans act at basketball games and football games now. So what was it like to bring that kind of electric environment to the park?
It was unbelievable this weekend. I mean, the fans were engaged the whole time. There was never a dull moment where, you know, and obviously with the rain and stuff, it kind of hurt. But they even showed up back up on Monday at 2 p.m., which, I mean, that's impressive. And I tip my hat to our fans. And the atmosphere, it was the best atmosphere I've ever played in at Lincoln Park this past weekend. And I hope that carries momentum over to next year. They remember how fun it was, because it was fun to play behind them. They made all the difference.
Kason, what have these 4 years been like for you?
It's been, I mean, I have no words, just how good these people have been to me, how good this community's been to me. My best friends are on this team. They're my brothers for life, and yeah, it's been the best experience of my life, and I hope that I can bring in, or we can bring another Super Regional championship and another Omaha, and then win a national championship for this program, because it's given everything to me.
And speaking of that, just how much more does that run mean? You mentioned a veteran team, you along with the seniors, just making the most of this.
Well, I think that, you know, it was always in our minds that we wanted to do this run and that we were going to do it. And kind of like what we talked about, we were going to prove it to everybody that we were the team that was going to make the run and to win the national championship. And so we're right where we wanted to be, and we're right where we thought we were going to be. And so we're just going to do what we know how to do best and play at a good high level of baseball.